Hello and welcome to the Technically Speaking podcast. I am Ethan from Ethan's.tech. I am joined here by Shay.
Hello everyone.
So this is just a wee introductory episode for our new podcast that we're starting together. So we just thought we'd tell you about our interests and get to know us a bit maybe. So I am Ethan. I am into tech, specifically sort of smartphones, a little bit of PC stuff, more like tablets, smartphones, any kind of gadget I'm obsessed with. And I'm really getting into EDC, and I love smart home tech. Shay, do you want to tell us what you're interested in?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm more into the PC spec side of things. I do also like a lot of AI stuff, like Midjourney, ChatGPT, stuff like that. I find it very interesting, so that's my main two sort of subjects. I do like other things, cameras and stuff I'm very interested in. Phones, kind of, not so much. I do like smart home stuff, like Ethan said. He's been introducing me to it, and I'm very interested in it. So, yeah, it'd be nice to learn a bit more about it.
Yeah, slowly but surely we'll entice you in. Speaking of AI, we have a story how we came up with the name of the podcast. We did it in the most tech fashion, of course, by asking an AI to do it for us.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no other tech way to do it. How do we make a tech podcast name? We ask an AI.
Yeah. It came out, give us, 40 answers, and we went through them all, and we universally laughed at the pun.
Yep, absolutely. It was the best one. The obvious choice, I think.
The obvious choice. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about today was the Pixel 7a, which is the new smartphone from Google, has recently been leaked. Shay has recently gotten a Pixel 7 Pro, and I just wanted to see what the opinions was. So the Pixel 7a, according to some leaks, is going to have wireless charging. It will have the same processor as your phone. And it is supposedly going to have a new 90Hz refresh rate screen, which is a step up from the 6A, which was locked at 60, which made it very sluggish, even though it had the Tensor chip. What do you think? Would you, as someone who has the 7 Pro, do you think this budget option? Because obviously Google is more about software than hardware. So
yeah, I think it would be interesting, absolutely, depending on what the price is compared to the 7 Pro.
Yes.
I'd be interested. I'm really enjoying the 7 Pro. It's a very good phone. The software on it is fantastic. The stuff that Google puts on it that only they have on their Android phones is really good. I'm enjoying a lot of it. But yeah, it would really depend for me on the price of it compared to the Pro, and obviously the pros and cons of having the Pro compared to the 7A.
Yeah, so the thing that killed the 6A was probably the price, because there was no point in going for the 6A when it released, because the 6 was only a slightly bit more expensive and came with wireless charging and the better refresh rate screen.
Very minor improvements compared to the cost, yeah, absolutely.
The next thing I wanted to speak about was the Samsung camera debacle that happened a couple of weeks ago. I did post about it, but I didn't get a chance to really speak on it. So basically what they were doing is they were claiming that, whenever you zoomed in, really zoomed into the moon, it would come up and have this really high resolution picture. Marques Brownlee has a short of it, and it is great quality, and it was amazing. And then there was a Reddit user, I think it was iBrick Cameras or iBrick Photos or something like that. He put a blurry picture of the moon and zoomed into it on his computer screen, and he actually got a better resolution photo than the resolution that he was taking the photo with. It's to do, I believe, with the AI, something similar to what Huawei was doing a couple of years back, where instead of having it straight zoom, it uses the AI to slightly enhance and sharpen the image.
Yeah. So that's sort of like gigapixel, something I use in work, where you take any photo and it basically, you put it through an AI and it makes it bigger, resolution bigger, but it sharpens everything and makes everything more zoomed in. Yeah. It's really amazing AI, what it can do. But yeah, I mean, like you said, they didn't really explain that very well, did they?
Yeah.
They sort of said, the camera is so good, it will do this, but they didn't say anything about the AI, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure what their claims was. Their big thing was space photography and taking photos of the moon and the night sky, which to be fair, it is a phenomenal phone for taking pictures. Yeah,
it looks amazing.
Yeah. Like you remember my S22 Ultra was phenomenal.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
But most smartphones will do like some sharpening and enhancing. Like even your Pixel has something called True Tone on it, so it will make it so it's an authentic picture. But they've had to put that software in, which means that some pictures aren't authentic.
Yeah, I think you'd be hard pressed nowadays to find a phone camera that doesn't have some sort of AI plug-in on it that doesn't do small things to it. But the Samsung was a big thing, really, wasn't it? It was really, really enhancing images.
Yeah, I don't know, it's always whenever you take photos of, like, the moon, because that's the one thing that everyone's like, because, you need a telescope before that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, I think it's a bit of... It's because it's the moon. People were like, and amazed by it. And then whenever it came out, it was AI enhancing, which most photos do have. Like, it will enhance the photo a little bit with the software on the phone, to my knowledge. Because it was the moon, it was just such like an achievement. They have like be able to get a sharp video or a picture of the moon on your phone, and because it's something like everyone everywhere who has a phone can test their phone with that image because it's in the night sky.
Interesting. It's if they came out and said yes, the photos are good because we have an AI software, I think people would have been more alright with it.
But I don't think they said it wasn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's how they're going at it. But you also have to be like, just because they didn't say it doesn't mean this and that, but people would be happier if they had just said, hey, look at this camera with software.
Yeah.
Then there would have been less of a, what the hell? Well, what's this about? Like, it's not that good, right? But yeah, if they came out and said, yes, our photos are this good because we have an AI built in, people would have went, okay, cool, I still get really good photos with it, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think people would have cared. It's the fact that they didn't really say that. And then someone found out, and everyone went, hold on a minute, what's this about? So it's an AI that's doing all the work for us?
And also because people are wild defensive of the moon when it comes to taking photos.
Oh yeah, for some reason, it's mad, isn't it? All the people on Reddit and stuff, it's like, you took a photo of the moon? What the hell, man? You can't do that. It's very weird, isn't it?
Do you know what was the best camera on any phone, arguably?
What?
Apparently the Windows camera phones. I've seen phones taken on Windows phones from 2016 blow you out of the water.
Wow.
But that's because they were 90% camera. They were camera that could occasionally do some texting.
Right, okay, I see.
You had a Windows phone, didn't you?
I did, for about a week, yeah, and I hated it with all of my passion because it didn't have fucking Google on it. Oh my god, that was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life.
You had Microsoft Edge. Could you not have coped with...
Exactly! It's 3 years behind. It's still in 2016. It's not been updated since I had that phone. Dear God.
Do you see doing data transfers from them as well?
Are they bad?
Because they can't go to Android without like specific software you have to put on it. You have to save it all onto a OneDrive and then I'll download it from a OneDrive to the new phone.
That is painful. Oh God. I never want to go through that, that's for sure.
It's the Windows ecosystem.
Do they still exist, Windows phones?
They exist. People have them, but they don't make new ones, I don't believe. They have the Duo, which was, I believe, came out more recently, but it wasn't really a phone. It was just kind of a giant mini folding tablet thing.
So there is a god. Thank fuck. I really did not like that thing when I had it. Much happier with the Google phone.
What phone did you come from before that?
Before the Google phone?
No, before the Windows phone.
Oh, HTC. I had a HTC. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. I'll find it after this recording for you. But yeah, I had a HTC that my dad bought off AliExpress for like 30 quid.
Oh, that's actually quite expensive for AliExpress.
I know, right? It was, however, the Chinese now do own my software. So, and they know everything about me, including my favourite cloud formations.
Devastating.
I know, it's awful. They're almost as bad as Facebook. We're calling everyone on this, aren't we? But yeah, it was a crap phone. It was awful. It wasn't even a proper HTC. It was off AliExpress, for God's sake. My dad saw it, went, it's cheap, I'll buy it. And he got me one as well. To be fair, it lasted 3 years though.
Oh, fair enough.
Lasted a long ass
Fair
time.
play.
So it did.
I feel like in phones, I'm a lot more boring than you were. You've tried a lot more.
I've tried a lot of phones.
I went
tried
from
many phones.
iPhone to iPhone
To iPhone.
to iPhone. I had Samsungs for a while as a second phone.
Yeah.
But then I just went back
You
to
went back to
iPhone.
iPhone, yeah.
No, I carry 2 iPhones.
Oh, you've got 2 iPhones? Yeah, so you do. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, God, what did I started off with a BlackBerry back in the day. Wee crappy flip-up thing. One of those ones with BMM, BlackBerry Messenger on it. Oh,
a happier time.
better days. Then I
Yeah.
went to HTC. Then I had another HTC. Then I had that Microsoft phone, which I hated. Then after that, I went to LG. And then...
You had all the experimental Microsoft, LG. LG, I respect LG though. They were
Absolutely.
innovators.
The phone I had was amazing. I loved it. So I did. It was a wee tiny thing, but it was really good. After that, what did I have? It's a phone before the one I currently... Samsung. I had the Samsung before the Google that I have now. Yeah.
My first phone was actually a Samsung.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, do you not remember my Samsung?
No, not at
I
all.
had it for about 3 months, I think. Because it was my sister's old phone, and I had to get a phone for going to secondary school, because obviously it's big and scary.
Yep, secondary school, big scary. Need
And
phone.
then I think I got a phone for Christmas then, and it was... Do you remember my wee green phone?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a little green iPhone.
Yeah.
Fair days, absolutely. Oh, God.
And then I had the iPhone 6, and then I got the SE Generation 2,
Oh.
which was basically exactly like the iPhone 6, but newer
Oh, right, okay.
specs and stuff. It was the
Upgraded.
exact same,
Oh, okay, right.
like, visually. And
Fair
then
enough,
I had the 12, which I still have, and then now I have my 14 Pro Max.
Fair enough. When's the next iPhone coming?
October. There is an Apple event, though, spring event coming soon.
Oh, okay.
Rumours about Apple's virtual reality.
Oh,
they're
doing VR?
They're doing VR, and it's meant to be
Oh.
you don't need monitors. You just have the VR headset on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the... who's the current one? Is it Google who's doing that? They have
Oh,
where
Google.
they have a built-in PC on their VR headset.
Oh no, I haven't heard of this.
Yeah. There's one that certain games you can play with a VR headset if it's not uber intensive, but you can plug it into your PC as well to give it that extra power to play bigger games. So they do have a built-in. It's just like a VR headset, but it has a built-in graphics card and everything and all that. But you can play VR games on it fine. Obviously, depending on how big it is. If it's too big, you need a PC. Plug in the PC, gives it the extra power, and you can play it. But yeah, it does exist, yeah. I don't know who makes it, but it does exist.
I would hate if that got really warm while you were playing. You just got singe marks already that you lost your eyebrows.
I mean, like, you've seen my VR headset, all the holes in it for all the fans and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's brutal, and it still gets roasting.
Yeah.
It really is.
I nearly threw up with that headset.
Yeah, I really love a proper VR headset. I think really interesting, because the one I have is the Vive Cosmos, and it's quite big and heavy, as you've experienced yourself, and it's not the best graphics, and it's also very blurry, but it was cheap. That's the reason I bought it.
And you can play your racing sims on it.
Exactly, that's all that matters. They're blurry anyway because I'm going so fast, so it doesn't matter. that's the workaround.
Upshade the speed.
Damn right. It's fast as I've ever gone.
Yeah, so the Apple VR headset that's being announced, supposedly, apparently it's meant to, like, be the stepping stone. It's not meant to be, like a major product, like, say, like AirPods that they're going to sell.
Yeah, it's not going to be the be-all of it, or
Yeah.
end-all be-all
Yeah,
sort of thing.
it's kind of like a stepping stone for them to go for the Apple glasses.
Oh, okay. Interesting, yeah.
So we don't know an awful lot about them, but
Sure we don't, yeah, okay.
we both know I'm going to buy them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I was already tempted by the Google glasses.
Yeah, See you walking around with a pair of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
I want
cool.
to do the change in the shade of the light.
Oh, that would be cool. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what they do with it. wonder if they would add a dyslexic thing to it for dyslexic people.
Oh, yeah, for
LinkedIn.
my...
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
A bit of software that just changed the screen on it. It'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Plus, it'd make it a bit more accessible for dyslexic people instead of having to take off your Apple glasses and put
Put
on your blue glasses.
my blue glasses.
Yes.
Or other coloured glasses are available.
Yeah. Other colours are available. Purple. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was nearly pink glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hot pink as well.
Oh.
Not like a...
Damn. Amazing. But yeah, that's really interesting. Apple glasses. I'd be interested to see what it could do.
Yeah.
So, well, very interesting. I'm going to guess it is going to have software in it so you can do things.
It's going to be like software. From what I've seen, there's like images of where it will put like a virtual keyboard in front of you. So this is on the VR headset, obviously, but they're trying to... So it would put like a virtual keyboard, and then you'd have a virtual, obviously, like Mac setup on a virtual screen and
That's
be able
cool.
to...
So you'd be in your VR headset
With the full...
in a PC. Okay. Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can't afford a Mac, so I bought this VR headset to write my things on. That's genius.
Yes.
I don't see why you wouldn't do that. That's fantastic. But yeah, that's really interesting to see. Like, are they going to be proper glasses, do you think?
So for I think the VR headset is like a proper big, like chunky VR.
Chunky VR headset. Yeah.
But I think they're trying to work that software into glasses.
Right, okay, so they're going to really have to minimise that.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's interesting. Ooh, I don't know how they would manage that.
Well,
It's Apple.
Google-
I'm sure they could find a way.
Yeah. Well,
sure they
Google
definitely
are already
will.
doing smart glasses.
Yeah, they're already working on it, yeah.
Yeah, so the technology is there.
Yeah, absolutely is, yeah, absolutely. I doubt you'd be able to play VR games on it, though.
Oh, no.
Because that would take way too much power.
You can't even play games on a normal Apple Mac.
Fair, yeah, fair, good point.
Well, you can play games.
It's not very well.
It's not very well.
Buy a Windows PC. Do it, this is a threat.
Unless... No, we don't condone threats.
Well, we do now.
The new Mac Mini that's came out, though, pretty interesting.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Please tell me a bit more.
It's like, I think roughly off the top of my head, it's £500
Mm-hmm.
for a pretty chunky, like, it's a pretty decent spec PC. Well, not PC, it's obviously a Mac, but
yeah. Same thing.
Same thing. Just the Apple.
The Apple logo on it.
No, but it's tiny. It's only about like, it wouldn't be much bigger than like say a book or something.
Right. So like an iPad sort of size.
It would be thicker, but like smaller, if you know what I mean. So like
okay.
it's like a wee boxy thing.
Okay.
And it has like the power for, in terms of like, say for us, like editing capacity and stuff like that, to compete with even the like highest end Mac Pros and stuff with the new M2 chip, because the M2 chip is unreal. Like,
yeah.
But it's half the price.
That's really impressive for that price.
Yeah.
That's gonna sell out fast if they can prove that it does that, good specs.
Yeah.
That's gonna sell out like hotcakes.
Yeah.
So it is. That's amazing.
Well, I haven't seen any tests on it.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
you know,
Okay. But they've given us the specs of it, sort of.
I think it's been sent out and people are finding the specs, but I personally have not seen a head to head.
No official stuff from Apple then. They've sent it out to people, but not official.
I think they've just made the same claims that Apple always makes. It's better than they're not comparing it to their MacBooks, they're comparing it to the previous Mac Mini.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because why would you make your own product?
True, yep, fair.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Especially, the only downside is, like, I suppose if you buy a MacBook, you've got your keyboard, monitor, mouse. Yeah. Like, that's all a factor.
Yeah, that's
true.
Know. But, I mean, also, you can buy those extras for, not 500 quid.
Well, if to get ones the same spec as, like, say, the ones on the M2 Pro, it would probably come out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be cheap, that's for sure. That's very true. So yeah, I suppose you are sacrificing certain things, but that massive portability is insane.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane, the size of it.
That's also a thing, though. A MacBook is far more portable because you don't have to bring your cables to connect your monitor, your mouse, your keyboard.
Yeah, true that, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, it's very impressive. That'll be interesting to see what else they release about it. I'm interested in that, absolutely.
Yeah. We should do watching the Apple event live.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, absolutely. If you'd be interested in that, everyone let us know. We're very interested in that.
Do we live stream?
Yeah. do it on Twitch.
Yeah. Speaking on Apple, something that's probably a bit more relevant to us in Northern Ireland. Obviously, there's the complicated thing of the protocol, which we're not even going to begin.
We're not a political podcast.
No idea. The benefit of it, though, is there has been rumours that something to do with the protocol and how it means, I don't know, means that we might get the USB-C iPhone here in Northern Ireland, whereas the rest on the mainland, so like England, Scotland, Wales, will still get the Lightning.
Right. Okay.
iPhone. Yeah. I've seen a rumor of that.
Yeah, I heard a bit about that as well. It's because of the Northern Ireland Protocol. We're technically in the EU, but not in the EU.
Best of both worlds.
But yeah, basically, yeah. It's actually not a bad thing for once. Surprisingly, we're not getting dicked on. But yeah, it's interesting that we'll be the only UK guys who get the USB-C iPhones. Yeah. Everyone else has to struggle with Lightning.
Yeah, if it does come out, it's not confirmed.
Yeah, it's not confirmed. Yeah, it'd be interesting though. It'd be very interesting to see. And sucks to be you the rest of the UK.
Another reason to not be English. Wow.
Exactly. Damn right. Or Welsh. And the Scottish are right sometimes.
Depends.
Depends who you ask.
So that's going to wrap up this one. It's just a wee short one to kind of give you a taste of what it would be like, get to know us a bit more, and yeah, just testing this out. We only have one microphone at the minute, so that's why it might be a wee bit awkward, but we'll look into getting two to make it a bit more easier for us. But thank you for listening to Technically Speaking. If you want to hear more from me or see more posts from me, the Ethan's Tech Instagram page and YouTube channel and probably everything else to do with this podcast will be under Ethan's Tech, so you can hear more from me at any of them. Shay, how can they hear more from you?
You can find me on YouTube at the moment, where we'll be setting up a Instagram and Twitch page, most likely in the near future, at PZ_Messi. That's not the football player Messi, that's as in a messy room, which I currently have.
Which we're currently sitting in.
Yep. I think we need an office and another microphone.
Unfortunately, that is money.
Yep, and we don't have this ancient thing called money. I've never heard of it, personally.
No. Unfortunately, I am a student.
Yeah.
What's your excuse?